Hello, is the screen visible, sir? Peter?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we were discussing this advantages. So certain things you will come to know when you will learn or when I will teach more and more. But right now, you just understand there are features like tool offset data, tool life management, which are available only in CNC and not in numerical control machines. Then there are additional part programming facilities like simulation or adaptive control that is available only in CNC. Then macros and subroutines. So these are like sub programs. So that is again available only in CNC. So NC is very primitive, numerical control. There is no dedicated computer in NC, whereas you have computer, a dedicated computer in CNC. Drift feeding of part programs or large size part program. Drift feeding means what? Like suppose in mold making or in mold machining, the programs are very big. So those programs cannot be stored or cannot be saved in your computer. Now here I will use the word control. You cannot store it in control because the programs are very big. So in that case, we directly run the program. We don't save it in a computer. We simultaneously we do machining and simultaneously the program is fed. That is what is called as the drift feeding. Then local storage, okay, such as attached hard disk means what? You can have a separate hard disk. Like if the programs are very big, so there are two facilities. One is drift feeding and another is alternate hard disk. So these are the two different methods if the programs are very large. Then there are additional softwares for diagnostic and maintenance. These are all PLC based. So wherein if there are any problems with the machines,
Excuse
then the
me, sir.
machine
Could
will
you please check
prompt.
the lobby?
Hello? Yeah. So what
Yes, yes.
happens? These diagnostic features. So if there are any issues or if there are any problems with the machines, it will prompt. It will give the messages that so and so error code so and so is the error number, and it will also give what is that error is. So the diagnostic becomes easy. So directly you can attack that message, that error. So you don't have to you don't have to fiddle around, you don't have to search. Like suppose imagine that this diagnostic feature is not there. If it is not available, then what will happen? If this diagnostic feature is not available, then you have to you have to start from the scratch. Now, moment the diagnostic feature, moment it gives the error, okay, that error with this x-axis motor overload. So directly you can, attack x-axis motor. वो motor गर्म क्यों हो रहा है? Overloading है क्या? हाँ? Cooling is not sufficient. हाँ? Alignment is not there. So all these errors will reflect on the screen, and it becomes very easy for maintenance point of view. For maintenance point of view. So this is the facility which is available only in CNC machines. You have additional, OS facilities. That is, you can use your standard operating system in case of CNC. Now let us study what are the basic components of an NC system, that is numerical control. Uh, just a minute. Just a minute. I have Yes. So what are the basic components? You have a program. Usually the NC machines they have a program in the form of tape. In the form of tape. So that's why many times it is also called the TNC. That is tape numerical control. So you have machine control in it, and then this is a machine tool. Like say this is milling machine or drilling machine, and then this is a tape, and this tape is read in this MCU machine control unit. So tape is a paper tape. Usually the it is in the form of a roll, and the width of the tape is around 1 inch. And in that width, across the width, the many holes are punched, and that a row of punched hole corresponds to some digit or correspond to some character more precisely. Okay, so one row. So the holes are punched in such a way that it will reflect some character or some digit. Second row. So maybe say first row may holes are punched in such a way that it will show X or Y or Z or A or B or C. Second row, the holes are punched in such a way it's a binary output that it will give 1 or 2, like that it is. So X50, that means there will be some 4 or 5 rows punched accordingly. So the part program is the input to the NC machines, and it consists of part geometry. Part geometry means shape of the components, means you are not drawing any shape, but you are giving input, that is you are giving outside diameter, inside diameter, length, etc etc. Cutting process parameters, cutting process parameter का मतलब है what is the cutting speed, what is the feed. So cutting speed usually in case of NC or CNC machine, it starts from 100 meters per minute and it goes as high as 300 meters per minute. Then you have cutting tools. So there are different styles of the cutting tools, and altogether there are 9 styles of the cutting tools. This part program is entered into the controller of the machine, that is machine control unit. And then the output of the machine control unit goes to the servo motors. Okay, servo motors are very accurate and very precise. So MCU, it consists of a microcomputer, and this will exist only in CNC machine. Okay, this will exist only in CNC machine and not in NC machines. Fine. You will come to know slowly what is a program means, but these are the basic of NC machine. Try to understand and have thoda patience. Fine. So MCU will include the interfacing, then it will include the reading devices, then it will have algorithms, uh, calculation algorithms, motion control algorithms, then different softwares, operating system, etc etc. Right? So configuration of CNC machine control unit is like this. This is called as the bus. बस मीन्स नॉट अपना BEST का बस और थाना म्यूनसिपल का बस या ST का बस. बस इज नथिंग बट इट इज अ वायर. उसको वायर बोलते हैं. इट्स अ वायर. ओके, a bunch of wire is called as bus. A bunch of wire is called as bus. And the configuration of CNC is there is the central processing unit, that is CPU. Then there is the input output interface. So input output interface consists of operator panel and tape reader. Then there is a sequence control like coolant on off, then workpiece clamping, declamping, then tool calls, tool changers. So this is how a CNC machine is configured. So most important is it has a OS, that is operating system. It has part program which is stored in a RAM, and then there is a coordination or interfacing between different functions. So the processing equipment consists of work table on which the workpiece is mounted. It is also called as a pallet, and most of the CNC machine it has pallet changer, or we call as the APC, that is automatic pallet changer. That is, while the workpiece is machined or is being machined, you can mount another workpiece. There are two pallets. You can mount another workpiece on another pallet. So that saves the time. That is, you are not waiting for the existing or the present component to get finished. Simultaneously, you are mounting another workpiece on another pallet. So that saves your setting time. Actually, it is that if you have these high-end machines like CNC machine, in ideal condition, your spindle must run 100% of the time. That is, if you are 8 hours, then 8 hours, all the 8 hours, your spindle should run. If not 8 hours, at least 80%. That is, out of 8 hours, 6.4 hours your spindle should run, and 1.6 hours can be spent on setting. So, as an engineer, you have to see that the setting time is minimized, setting time is less. Okay, ideally it should be zero, and that technique is called as SMED. So SMED is the technique, that is single minute exchange of dice, which is used to reduce the setting time. That is what SMED says, that your setting time should be in one digit, not in two digit. That is, maximum setting time allowed is 9 minutes. It should not be 10 minutes, or it should not be 99 minutes. Am I audible, Sandra? Peter?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. And then there are hardwares में there are motors, and usually the motors are servo motors and AC motors. Okay, AC servo motors are most commonly used in CNC machines. Spindle plays the major role. Your spindle should be sufficiently strong to transmit the torque. There should not be any deflection. It should hold the workpiece rigidly and firmly. Work table, then other equipments are ball screws, etc. etc. That also we are going to see under the topic spindle hardware. Now here NC or CNC, here this is CNC coordinate system. So it consists of basically 6 axes, and even the 7 axis machines or 7 axis CNC machining is also available in Mumbai. In Mumbai itself, you can see 7 axis CNC machine. So if I talk about milling machine, CNC milling machine, or if I talk about CNC machining center, machining center is nothing but milling machine only, but in CNC milling machine there is only one tool, whereas in case of CNC machining center there are more than one tool. Usually there are 20 tools, 40 tools, 60 tools, 80 tools, up to 200 tools. That many tools are not required. उतना बड़ा component नहीं रहता है. 40 tools is common, and it is 40 tools is sufficient also. So these tools are mounted in magazine. That is what is called the tool magazine, 40 tool magazine or 60 tool magazine. So machining center will have more than one tool, and milling machine will have only one tool. Okay. CNC milling. So CNC milling is used where the cycle time is long. Like आपने वर्कपीस लगाया मशीन के ऊपर and then it will take 3 hours, 4 hours. Like in case of tool and die machining, injection mold, cavity machining, or punch machining, it takes several hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. So the tool change is not frequent. Whereas machining center is used where there are more number of tool changes. There are many components where 10 tools, 20 tools are required, like say face milling, end milling, end milling cutter, slot milling cutter, face milling cutter, center drill, number of drills, diameter 10 ka drill, 20 ka drill, 30 ka drill, like that. There are many number of drills required, taps, countersunk, so many tools are required. Uh, and the cycle time is very less, maybe 4 minutes, 5 minutes. So every 4 minutes you need to change, and on one workpiece you may need around 10 tools or even 15 tools. So you cannot imagine a workpiece का cycle time है 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes you are changing the workpiece, and in every workpiece there are 15 tool change. So you cannot go on changing manually. First thing is that there will be high amount of tool change. Tool change time will be more, and there will be a lot of fatigue also. Okay, and the cycle time will increase. So in this case, it is a wiser decision to go for tool changer. As I told yesterday, the concept of retrofitting. So retrofitting means आपका जो कन्वेंशनल मशीन है उसको कन्वर्ट करना है सीएनसी मशीन में. ओके, आपका जो जुना पुराना बिल्डिंग है उसको कन्वर्ट करना है नया बिल्डिंग में. ओके, so that is what is your retrofitting is. Then this tool changer, automatic tool changer, that is ATC, and automatic pallet changer, that is APC, that comes as a standard. Just a minute. It automatic tool changer or automatic pallet changer that comes as a optional equipment accessory. Okay, so you can go like अपना जो कार है, so fully laden car, that is you can have AC, you can have stereo, you can have airbags. Those are not standard, those are all optional. So like that, automatic tool changer or automatic pallet changer are optional devices or equipments. For that you need to pay some extra amount. Now the most important in CNC is selection or understanding the coordinate system. If you talk about CNC lathe, if you talk about CNC lathe, CNC lathe has two axes. And remember, axis which is parallel to the spindle is called as Z axis, Z. And in case of CNC lathe, there are only two axes. One is Z and another is X. So your longitudinal travel is Z axis and your cross travel is X axis. There is no Y axis in case of CNC lathe. CNC turn mill, it has three axes, and CNC milling or CNC machining center, it has three axes, four axes, five axes, six axes, and seven axes. As I told, axis which is parallel to the spindle is X axis, is Z axis. If you are talking about CNC milling, vertical milling, So in case of CNC vertical milling, the spindle is vertical, so that becomes your Z axis. Then your longitudinal travel, that is your X axis. Then your cross travel is your Y axis, and this is Z axis. तो ये आपका 3 axis हो गया. Now what are the other 3 axes? So other 3 axes, like this work table, it can be rotated about X axis. So that becomes your U. A, B, C is not correct in the diagram which is shown. In the diagram it is shown A, B and C, which is not correct. Generally they are designated as U, V and W. U, V and W. So U means work table can be rotated about this plane. V is this and W is this. Other than this, your seventh axis is your tool. Your spindle can be rotated in XZ plane. So that is your seventh axis. So this is what is your NC coordinate system is. I hope you are understood this.
Yes, sir.
So what are the motion control systems in CNC? Thank you, Peter. So please be interactive. And Sandra, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is my request now? By default, now every Thursday I will take it in the morning. Last time also I had told, isn't it?
Okay,
9
sir.
o'clock lecture instead of 12:30. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So don't give it to anyone, so that
Okay, sir.
I will be free to do other activities in the college. हाँ? नहीं तो बीच में वो 12:30 I have to leave something incomplete and then again come, तो उसका कंटिन्यूटी जाता है और वो दिमाग में रहता है वो काम करना है करके. ओके.
Okay, sir.
हाँ, you can give my 12:30 lecture instead of that. ठीक है.
Will do, sir.
अभी नेक्स्ट थर्सडे तो नहीं होएगा. आई थिंक इट इज दिवाली ना.
Diwali. Yes.
हेलो.
Yes, sir.
Happy day it will be, isn't it? So what is motion control? So again there are different types of motion control. One is point to point system. This is positioning. Another is straight line, and third is two axis contouring, and next is three axis contouring. So we will see one by one. Point to point system is used in CNC drilling or in CNC boring. That is, say there are, say I want to drill, say one hole here and another hole here. Okay, two holes has to be drilled. So अभी एक होल का ड्रिलिंग हो गया. Okay, the drill has come up. Now it has to go to the second hole. So how do I reach that second hole? That is not important. I can go by shortest route from here to here directly, or I can do time pass like this, ऐसा, and I can go like this, or I can go ऐसा पूरा घूम के यहाँ पे. Okay, this is what is called the point to point system. Means in a simple language, it is independent of the path. Path independent. It doesn't depend on the path. It is called the path independent. That is what is called the point to point. I am only interested in x50, and then next point is say x100. That is point to point system. Next is straight line modes. Straight line means it is going straight. This is going straight. This is again straight. This is again straight. This is again straight. And not necessary that it should be horizontal or vertical. It can be inclined also. It should not be circular. It should not be parabolic. It should not be helical. It should be straight. Then another is, that is, we are discussing the type of motion system. Another is two axis contouring system. Two axis contouring system. Like suppose if I want to do this taper, okay, and if this is x and this is y, so there is a definite relation between this. That is y is equal to mx plus c. And that definite relation depends upon the angle, isn't it? This angle, what is this angle is? You cannot anyhow move x and y, correct? Like x I move 1 and y I move 2, or x I move 2 and y may I move 3. That is not. It will go exactly as per the slope. And this is what is called as the two axis contouring. And there is a mathematical model behind this two axis contouring or three axis contouring. This is also called as the interpolation. इसको हम लोग इंटरपोलेशन भी बोलते हैं. So there are mathematical model exist behind this. If you ask for this, the model will be y is equal to mx plus c. So for a given amount of x, y will be calculated by the controller, by the computer, and accordingly y will move. So there are algorithms built or set inside the computers. If the x moves by 1, then y, if it is moving by 1 mm, then I am going to get 45 degree. If x is moved by 5 mm and y is also moved by 5 mm, I am going to get a 45 degree. If both are not same, then I am going to get a different angle. Three axis contouring means x, y, z. That is the surface milling. Like mouse. Take an example of mouse. Mouse का shape, और ह्यूमन बॉडी का नोज, और चिक्स मतलब गाल, और surface of the vehicle, contours of the vehicles. These are all examples of three axis contouring, where there is again a definite relation between x, y, and z. You are not moving anyhow. This is complex machining. Complex machining means once you have a model, 3D model ready, then program can be generated in no time. And in order to generate this 3D model, you should know what is 3D surfaces. So that can be 3D surfaces can be done, or there are different 3D surfaces like Bezier surface, Poon surface, NURB surface, NURB, so that you will learn more in CAD modeling. So once you are able to model these surfaces, then programs can be generated in seconds. You have to just give the model and extract the program, generate the program. So interpolation is nothing but a definite relation between two axes or between three axes. That is what is called as the interpolation. Hmm. So there are different methods like linear interpolation, circular interpolation, helical, parabolic. Linear interpolation means y is equal to mx plus c. Circular interpolation means y square is equal to or x square plus y square is equal to r square. That is circular interpolation. So there are mathematical models and there is a fixed relations between the movement of the two axes. This is what is called as the interpolation. The movements are not anyhow. Okay. And similarly for helical interpolation and parabolic interpolation, there are, you know what is parabola, what is hyperbola, and what is helical interpolation. Like suppose uh, a trajectory which is traced when you kick a football, that is your parabolic interpolation. Okay. Then in CNC machine, I will zoom this. There is something called as the accuracy. That is, you have some desired curve in the model and you get actual curve after machining. So there may be deviation because in this manufacturing world there is nothing like 0 0. Like suppose if I ask or if you ask me to start exactly at 12:30, it's not possible. 12:30 का 12:29 हो सकता है, 12:31 हो सकता है. Hmm? If I tell you अरे I have joined at 12:30, you will say मेरा घड़ी में तो 12:31 है. If I ask you to come, see what is the probability. Suppose if I ask you to come at say 10 a.m. sharp, the probability will be very less. But if I ask you to come between 9:55 and 10:05, the probability may be 100%. You can say 100%, sir, I will join between 9:55 and 10:05. So no matter how good your machine is, there will be some deviation, and for that you need to give the tolerance between desired curve and machine curve. Okay. So tolerance which is defined on the inside, so or outside. So it can be defined like it can be defined inside or it can be defined on or it can be defined outside or both the sides. This is what is the diagram is. See, if it is arc or if it is trajectory, how it is machined? It is machined by some series of straight lines, x y x y. It cannot move aisa on the arc. It is not possible. It will move in a straight line, series of straight line, x y x y x y x y, and that makes a arc. So this is what is your program path, and this is you are getting actual curve. Okay, and this is your modeled one. So this difference is your inside tolerance. This is your outside tolerance. Like suppose you have to specify this. So if this distance, suppose if you are giving more, then the curve, this curve will not be accurate. But the machine cost will be less. And if this distance, if you are giving this tolerance less, then you are going to get a better curve. Obviously, your machine cost will increase. So linear interpolation is the most basic method, and here you have relation between two axes, and generally it is y is equal to mx plus c. Then circular interpolation, it follows the model, that is x square plus y square is equal to r square. Similarly, helical interpolation and parabolic and cubic interpolation. Okay, so parabolic and cubic interpolation, you need 3 axis or 4 axis or 5 axis machines. Okay, so that was your CNC principles. If you have any doubt, you please ask. Uh, don't feel shy. Let me see what is this CNC. Actually, this is the same thing. Now we will go for CNC hardware. So here we will see what is the structure of CNC machines, then how the spindle is designed, what is the spindle design, what are the drives. Drives means how the spindle is driven or how the axes are driven, what are the actuation systems, and what are the feedback devices. Actuation system means like motors, ball screws, clutch, gears. These are all, or cylinder, pistons. These are called as the actuation systems. What is the requirement of structure for your CNC machine tools? It should be stiff. Then stiffness to weight ratio should be high. That is, your weight should be less and stiffness should be more. And that's why we go for cast iron, because cast iron has high stiffness to weight ratio. You can also use concrete bed, which cost less and gives better damping, as well as you can go for polymer concrete also. Most commonly or popularly, cast iron, that is CI, is used for the beds or for the structure. Let's have a look on this for a minute. So what are the some design criteria in terms of machine response, in terms of component characteristics, and in terms of operation and cost considerations? So if you talk about machine response, then you have to consider the signal, the bandwidth, the response time, then input configuration. Other criteria are what is the maximum feed rates available, what is the static accuracy, what is the dynamic accuracy. Dynamic accuracy means that is what are the forces acting when the machine is moving, how much load it is taking, what is the range of the travel, what is the weight of the moving members. So these all comes, this all you have to consider while designing. What is the source of the power available, what type of component you are going to use, what type of material, what type of refining facilities you have, what is the HP requirement, what kind of friction, static friction, dynamic frictions, what is the inertia, what is the stiffness of the component, how much is the backlash which is required between the two components. Backlash is nothing but the play. So you cannot have zero backlash or you cannot have more backlash. If the backlash is zero, that means if there is no play between the two components, then there will not be any movement at all. Both the components, it's like they are hold rigidly because there is no play. Or if there is lot of backlash or lot of play between two components, then the movement will be dugu dugu. What are the other criteria that you need to know? You should know what is the speed range. Then another important things are reliability. As I have been always telling that I need reliable students on whom I can rely. No doubt, I don't want gold, uh, very intelligent, but I want average students. Maintainability. Maintainability मतलब क्या? Maintenance free. Simple example I can give you bearing का example. Okay. Earlier bearings were required to be lubricated or greased at frequent intervals. But nowadays we get bearings that is grease packed. So you don't have to put the grease. So we call it as maintenance free. Similarly, your operation cost also you have to consider for designing. That is, cost of the operation should be less. Obviously, as an investor, you will see that your investment is less, your installation requirement is less. So these are the design criterias. This is what is your bed is cast bed, and this is आपका foundation. This is inclined. The purpose of giving inclination is swarf disposal, that is chip disposal. So chip disposal is good. Chip disposal is good. This graphs shows you the vibrations. If the cast iron, the vibrations are this much. If it is polymer concrete, then vibrations are less. Look at this drawing, that is spindle design. Where is the spindle? This is the spindle. Now spindle can be solid or it can be hollow. The advantage of hollow spindle is you can pass the round bar in the spindle. Then on the spindle you can mount chuck. This is a chuck or a faceplate. This is bearing. Look carefully. This is bearing. And these are called as the roller bearings. It looks like a roller. That's why the name roller bearing. And these are ball bearings. And there are two rows of ball bearings. And see how the balls are fitted. The balls are fitted in such a way that they help to take the thrust, the axial thrust as well as radial thrust. And roller bearings are meant only for taking the radial load. Roller bearings are stronger than ball bearings. So ball bearings can take less radial load, whereas roller bearings will take higher load. So this was your spindle design. We are talking about spindle speeds in the range of 5,000, 10,000 RPM. So that comes under the category of high speed. So obviously there will be lot of heat generation, and you know that if the heat generation is more, 1 minute. So because of high speed, there will be lot of heat generation, and you know, heat generation means there will be expansion. So that will cause distortion, that will cause deflection of the spindle. It will become oblong, elliptical, and then finally the accuracy will not be proper. And that's why there has to be a provision of cooling. Spindle has to be cooled. So spindle can be cooled either by oil cooling or by chilling arrangement. Chilling arrangement means you have a separate chiller which chills the oil or whatever cooling medium you have, and it circulates. मतलब जो hot oil है that is passed to the chiller, the chiller will cool it and again resend it to the spindle. Then spindle receives the drive from the gearbox and from the motor. So that motor and gearbox also gets heated. So that also need to be cooled. So one thing is that motor and gearbox can be kept away from the spindle so that heat is not pass. You can use temperature compensation devices, and you can have sensors for detecting the heat. So this was some consideration for the spindle design. So we will continue in the next lecture further. If you have any doubts, you please ask. And tomorrow we are meeting morning 9 o'clock. Am I right, Sandra? Okay, let's stop. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.